Alright, so what did you think of El Shaddai?
El Shaddai was colorful. It was fun. I feel like you're watching this art project vomit all over your face.
Never stopped being colorful, but at some point it kind of did stop being fun. Packed with variety while simultaneously being incredibly repetitive. And I think the inherent problem was essentially how long enemies survived, how much health every single opponent had. The game itself was structured to be incredibly packed with variety. Every level was like on a different planet, basically. Like, oh, now we're driving, and now we're
swimming,
doing two-dimensional platforming with penis things and stuff like that. And
it felt like each level was designed by someone different.
The problem is that you get into a fight, and the fight would just go on for like 10 minutes straight sometimes. It has satisfyingly simple combat, but when you drag it across a very long fight, then suddenly it's like, okay, I get it, simple combat. All the simplicity is really standing out right about now. It's all I'm doing for like 20 minutes.
I think there are parts where I remember parts where I literally just disarmed everybody and then just wailed on everybody and just like in this fit of rage.
There's parts where you're genuinely angry at these creatures.
Because it didn't make sense. Like they're trying to do this rock, paper, scissors theory where it's like, oh, you use range weapons to fight the quick weapon and you use the strong weapon to fight the long range weapon. And it's just like, come on, I don't want to do this. I'm picking the short range, I'm picking the fast weapon because it's fast. I'm gonna fuck everybody up, steal your shit, get my fast weapon back, kill everybody, show you that I don't need to do your stupid rock, paper, scissors theory to win. And I think that was
kind of the problem, is that you only have 3 weapons and each weapon was mostly like 2-button combat.
Yeah.
And then you just had those same weapons the whole game. You never upgrade them, you never unlock new combos really, and all the enemies in the entire game use those 3 weapons.
Yeah. And the only time I ever changed weapons I remember being forced to was like during boss battles where it was like, you need to use this weapon to fight them, you need to use this.
You get warped into a totally different place to fight the boss, and you just beat the crap out of them, and eventually they just auto-kill you because it's a scripted event, and then you're right back where you were a minute ago. It's like, what was the point of that? The only dividing factor between mini-bosses that are like, oh, you're gonna lose at the end of this automatically, and the actual boss fight was whether or not they died.
Yeah.
They all look the same. There's like slight differences in color, and that's it. If you want to have someone fight a boss throughout the entire game and auto lose, like, oh, this guy keeps showing up to like make you think he's a badass, so that when you finally fight him, it pays off. But if you did it with like 7 bosses simultaneously, and they all look the same, this is just random bullshit. There was a fair amount of I won't say non-human bosses. You fight the pigs, you fight the robots, and you fight stuff like that. I thought those were really fun fights. The entire story just is like nonsense. All I got from
1 minute running on platforms, next minute we're riding motorcycles. What?
Well, that could just be ADD. Level design, which can be fun. The story itself was like, you're going to capture and kill like all these fallen angels.
We were on Earth in an alternate time-space continuum tower made by the fallen angels to take over the world.
You get dropped to kill these guys, then you just do like a bunch of levels and nothing, and like there's no story for that entire period aside from like boss fight, boss fight, boss fight, boss fight. Then it's, oh, there's some little girl and you saved her and now she's waiting for you because you're trapped inside yourself for a long time, and then you beat everybody and that's the end. This asshole with the cell phone, he never stops talking, but he never adds the story. Why even have a story?
Yeah, really.
Would you recommend this game to someone else? Is it like a rental or pick it up in the bargain bin, never play it ever?
I would rent it.
That's pretty much exactly the way I feel about it.
It's worth playing through just because it's creative.
It's a very interesting experience.
Yeah.
And I find that I'm happy it exists just because I'm so sick of like 50 brown shooters coming out of me.
It's definitely out there.
This game's tripping the fuck out. I like it.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, if you're, I just
wish it could have been done better.
Someone just said, you know what, I have this crazy idea, let's go with it, and El Shaddai was born.
It's not a $60 game.
No.
You'll blaze through it probably in a weekend and never play it again, and I don't think there's any real reason to replay it, but it's a cool experience. Due to the really niche sort of focus of the game and the absurdity of it and the sort of quick playthrough element of it, I almost think it might have been better off as a downloadable Xbox Live Arcade. This is the type of really weird release the Double Fine type of crowd would freak out over for downloadable content, but when it's a $60 game, everyone's like, that looks kind of cool, and then they just ignore it when it comes out.